In the span of 3 weeks, I have had two female friends tell me that they discovered lumps on their breasts. And this morning I found out that my friend's fiance's dad was just diagnosed with lung cancer. Now, I cannot speak to lung cancer. I've only done extensive research on the cancer that pertains to me specifically, which is breast cancer. But seeing that one of every two Americans roughly will face a cancer diagnosis in their lifetime, this might be some good information to keep on hand in case the unthinkable happens to you like it happened to me. First things first, this sounds weird, but do not stress, do not panic. Cancer is not the death sentence that it once was, and in the year 2025 we have so many options that are far advanced than the current system of cut, poison, burn. Cut as in surgery, poison as in chemotherapy, and burn, which is radiation. There are so many wonderful options out there available to us now, and I think people need to realize that only 5 to 10% of cancer diagnoses are genetics related. The other 90-95% are strictly solely due to lifestyle and environmental factors. Lifestyle and environmental factors. That means that as long as you are willing to make changes to your lifestyle and clean up your environment to the best of your ability to what's possible, you actually can keep your cancer at bay and under control. Tumors take about 5, 8, 10 years, depending on certain different factors and different people. But tumors take quite a while to actually develop. Cancer is not the end. It is simply a symptom of something else bigger going on. Once again, that goes into lifestyle and environment. If you have a solid tumor, be thankful that your body created that tumor and contained the illness within that little tumor. Also, please inform your employer immediately about your diagnosis, because even if you want to keep this secret, your sudden influx of doctor's appointments are going to suddenly, very quickly going to make you very, very unproductive at work. You definitely will not have the capacity or the time or even be present physically to do any work. Even if you don't feel sick, the amount of doctor appointments, scans, tests, meetings that you'll have, it's just gonna take over your life, and you won't be able to explain that away unless you are upfront with your employer or your manager. That brings me to point number 3. When you do go for your first visit and your subsequent visits, make sure that you have a competent and organized person who can take great notes for you during your appointment. Preferably this person will have some kind of medical experience or expertise, but if not, let them at least be a fast typer, or just have them, make sure your person is a smart person and that they can take excellent notes for you. Because regardless of how calm and collected and chill and you think you are, and I thought I was too, the fact of the matter is when you become a new member of cancer world, there's a lot of terminology that you do not understand, and these are just going to be thrown out at you by the doctors, who to them the lingo it's just everyday speak. But for you as a newly diagnosed cancer patient, you don't know these terms, and there are so many terms. Unfortunately, your note taker is also probably not going to understand those terms either, but at least if you can write them down, or at least if you have the note taker say, "I'm so sorry, can you repeat that word again?" and explain what that word is, at least you have somebody else out there next to you advocating for you so you can slow down and take notes. In the same vein, tip number 4 would be, I've said this before, don't look at online forums. I don't know how it is for other cancers, but for breast cancer, there are so many different kinds of breast cancer. Your kind of cancer is greatly going to affect the kind of treatment that is available to you. And it's just not really helpful to overload yourself with a bunch of information from everybody until you know specifically what type of cancer you have, so that you can weed out irrelevant information and only seek information that actually pertains to your specific type of cancer, so you can actually understand what it is that you should expect and what you're going to go through. I think my last tip would be tell people, not just your employer, but and you don't need to tell the world. I kept my diagnosis secret for 3 months, and I only revealed it to the world because I was absolutely desperate for help. This is when it helps to have a church body to belong to who will actively pray for you, pray over you. And even if people don't understand cancer and they don't know what it is, prayer is so powerful, and it really helps with your spirits to know that people are thinking of you, praying for you. People are so disconnected from the world and from their peers and from their families. It really does help to surround yourself with a community, not of complaining fellow cancer people, but of people who are hopeful and who will shower love upon you and fill your cup. Don't become a recluse. Humans need connection. But above all, trust God. No matter what happens, Trust God.